Hey guys, today's video is showing you how to adjust these newer style carburetors. It's got like a spline. You're supposed to have a spline tool or another type of tool to do it. I don't have the tool myself, and this is a trick I usually do on something that's my own or a friend of mine's. And I wouldn't want to do this to somebody else's unless I had their permission to do it, because it is considered a modification, I guess you could say. And if it has warranty, this will avoid warranty on one. Of course, if you buy a new one and it acts up, take it back and get another one. But if you look at the carburetor here, I'll try to zoom in a little bit. If you look at those two adjustments there, they got like a spline that goes around it, and they're encased in that housing, so you can't get a needle nose or nothing on there. So I'm going to show you the trick I do to get around this. We're going to make those two screws adjustable like this older style carburetor is, with the two flathead screws on there. And this is the way they all should be. And still today, your upper end models, your more expensive models, are going to have adjustment screws like this. You can see the L and H. That means low and high side. Your low is always on the throttle plate side of the carburetor on most carburetors. It just depends on the make and model of it. This is Walbro. Just about everything's going to be Walbro. That's the most common. In this video, I'm not going to actually be adjusting the carburetor in. I'm just showing you how to get the carburetor adjustable, in other words. So the first thing we got to do is take the air breather off here and pull the carburetor off. You don't have to fool with the lines. The only thing you got to unhook is the throttle cable. On most models, this particular one you do. And it'd be a good time to clean your air filter too while you got it out. This one's got two Allen drive screws, but you can use a Torx on Allen as long as you're careful. And this motor runs pretty good. Got a little hesitation in it when you give it throttle, so I'm going to try to adjust that out. And then, kind of like preventive maintenance, doing this for the future, if I ever do have to adjust it, you just take these two bolts out like this. That's pretty much what holds the carburetor on. Sometimes it'll get stuck like this. And you can just unhook the throttle cable just like that, and that's pretty much good enough to get to. Also, if your lines are cracked or something, it'd be a good time to replace them. If you see this carburetor looks wet, I sprayed it down with carburetor cleaner there a while ago to clean it up a little bit. And like I said earlier, they do make a special tool to fit these, and if you have the tool, go ahead and use it. But this is if you don't have the tool, or if you're like me, you're too cheap to get the tool, because it's not real cheap, considering it's just a screwdriver more or less. And also, if you're in a bind and need to adjust it right now, this is probably the best method you can use. And like I said, it does void your warranty and all that, but I'd recommend doing this on something that's a little bit older, if you don't have to worry about the warranty on. And another little tip, before you do this, you might want to get some masking tape, mask this off over here. We're going to be using a Dremel here to cut a slot right in the top of the screw to make it adjustable. That's how I'm going to be doing it. And you also want to cover up this, because you're going to be throwing particles everywhere. Now, I'm just going to hold it like this and try my best not to get it in there like that. So that's what we're going to do. And always wear safety glasses anytime you're using a grinder or a cutter. That plate of metal gets in the way. You could take it apart, but this one didn't turn out quite as good as the other ones I've done. I'll show you another one I did there just last night. But as you can see, you get in here with a screwdriver. Now you can actually turn the screws now. And this, after you get these cut, they adjust just like the old style carburetor, just like this one. You can adjust them just the same as you would that. And I might do another video later on that. I'm not going to do it right now, but I just wanted to share with you how to cut the slots in there. Let me get the other video here I was working on last night and show you little better example of what it should look like. So this one turned out better. Had a little more room on that one to get the cut right in the center of it. But as you can see, I had to adjust it out a little bit there, and it was cut straight across like that. And you can see on the sides of that casing there. As long as you don't mind the looks of it like that, it works great for adjusting these carburetors if you don't have that tool. So, and to put the carburetor back on, it's pretty simple. Just get your throttle cable here. And when you unhook it, pay attention to what hole it comes out of. This one only has one, so that's not a very big deal on this one, but most of them have 2 or 3 or more. And just get it in place about where it's supposed to be. And let me clean this up and I'll get right back to you. Okay, I got this clean. What I usually do is just put the bolts through here. Okay. Get the bolts started there and make sure they're not going to go in cross-threaded or anything. Get them pretty snug. You can't get them real tight because they're just going in like a plastic piece, like a plastic manifold on that other side. That's really all there is to it. Like I said, anytime you get and like I said, you might want to go ahead and clean your filter here. Anytime you got a foam filter like this, it's best to blow it out. This one ain't too bad, so I'm not going to fool with it. But you always want to get a little bit of motor oil or 2-stroke oil. Put a little bit of oil on there like that, and you just kind of work it in like this. All this does is make it grab any fine particles better. That's all it does, in case you ever wonder. Some of them recommend to do that and some of them not. You just gotta check. I'm not 100% sure on this one, but I figured I might as well go ahead and do it. After you get the carburetor on, you want to make sure your throttle is working right. This one is. Well guys, I just thought I'd share that tip with you there, and if you got any questions or comments, feel free to leave a comment below and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. So, thanks for watching.